Happy early morning, although I bet it's not going to be early morning for you when you watch this, everybody. But this is Reach Out Reptiles. My name is Garrett Hartle, and this week I have kind of a special treat for you. I have a female Super Dwarf. This is a wild-caught, pure Super Dwarf back at home that has huge follicles. Now, any of us that breed are always thinking, oh, what should I breed her to? What should I breed her to? But this particular animal, being wild-caught, being a pure locality, there's only one answer. And my only one answer was in Texas. With it being too cold to ship, it was time to go to Texas.
Just open the damn bag.
I know, right? I mean, come on. Hi, this is Matt, William, and Garrett. We're gonna open an awesome bag here. Yeah, it's not that hard.
This is the best thing about hotel rooms. Stuff that happens that comes
behind closed doors.
That comes out of the pillowcase. Okay, so we may need to back up a little bit and give you some of the background on this story. So, Karompa Reticulated Pythons are a locality, and they are the rarest super dwarf locality in the world.
Hi, Karompa!
Okay, they are so rare, they've actually never been bred in captivity. There have been a few Karompas that have been bred to other things, but it's always been crossed out either into other localities or morphs. There was even one circumstance of a Karompa super dwarf being bred to a Timor python and making hybrids.
Hi, Karompa.
But nobody, to the best of my knowledge, anywhere in the world has ever produced a clutch of pure captive bred Karompas. In the United States, there are only very few Karompas in existence. I wonder who it is that's been calling everyone and anyone who has these and trying to renew an interest in producing pure localities. Anyway, you know me, I'm a locality nut. I love the pure locality stuff. And Karompas are rumored not only to be the smallest reticulated pythons, but also have a really mild demeanor. In other words, they're very mellow, even as wild caughts. They have an incredible color and pattern. And did I mention how incredibly rare these are?
Hi, Karompa, indeed.
So anyways, back to what I've been trying to do. I've kind of nicknamed the Karompa Project, and I'm trying to kind of get tabs on anybody working with Karompas in the United States that would be able to contribute their animals to diversifying the genetic pool that we have here while using verified locality animals. Now, the same thing which makes them so rare, that is, very few have ever been imported to the United States to begin with, also makes them pretty easy to track down. So the female I was talking about was brought in by an importer and sold to someone, and was then sold to Metcalf Reptiles. And so a big shout out to them. They actually secured that female. They knew about the Karompa Project, and they sent her over here, and I've just been sitting on her, getting her acclimated, even without having a male. Now, the male situation was a whole lot harder because there were literally only a couple in the United States. But Ryan Parker, thank you Ryan, reached out to me and let me know that he still had a lone male left from a larger group that he once held, which was unfortunately lost. That was the male that I bought in Texas, ran down to get it because that female is cycling right now. So I have an opportunity to try to get these guys made before it's too late.
Hi, Karompa. That's the spirit.
So that's when I was able to actually meet up with my buddies William Sanford and Matt Byram, who were there and delivered the animal from Ryan to me. Now, of course, the bag he was in was unmarked, and there was another bag containing a female Kalatoa cross, just to confuse us. And now you're all caught up. All right, let's see if I can get bit.
Bite the crap out of you.
Yeah, he'll probably pee on you.
Is that the crop?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Hi, little one.
Hang on a second. That's not, yeah, that's not him though.
It's not?
Mm-mm.
Was that the girl?
I think so.
Dude, her head's so small. What's her What's the cross?
That's about the size of the. Yeah, that's.
Uh-oh.
I don't think that's
Are you
mine.
nervous?
That's a pretty crazy looking. I like these little silver.
Yeah, I like
But
that silver.
I'm pretty sure that's not.
Here it is.
Dude, she's definitely anery.
Alright.
I want something like that picture I showed you.
I know.
Here we go. Dun dun dun.
This is it.
Nice!
Holy crap.
A little different?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh. That is
Dude.
amazing.
That is crazy.
I thought the big one was him. I was
I
like,
did
wow,
too,
it's a
man.
lot bigger than I thought.
I did too.
Dude.
A little different locality.
Dude, he is
Oh
crazy.
my god, right? It's so cool. It's actually cool to have the two because you
Right?
can see the difference.
Like, you can see the comparison.
Man, look it. So you know I love the
That was
Dude,
the
that
rosettes.
pattern.
The rosettes with the little dots in the middle.
worth it.
Okay guys, well that's probably a little bit more fun than we're gonna have in some of these Talk 'em Up Locality Tuesdays. But I just wanted to show you this beautiful male outside. I am so excited to have him. Now I know to a lot of people it might just look like a normal, but obviously first off, this dude is really chill. Now this is a wild-caught, adult, mature reticulated python that has been breeding a lot. Okay, so you know what I mean? Everyone says that males can be so testy and everything like that, or wild-caught retics are awful. This is a wild-caught adult male that's been breeding lately. So secondly, I think the thing you notice is his size. He weighs in right about 1,600 grams, and that's right around 3.5 pounds, okay? He's 5 feet long. This guy's head is 2 inches. 2 inches long on his head. I mean, he is teeny tiny. Now the female weighs more, but she is not much bigger than this. But some of the distinguishing factors for a Karompa, and I just tell you this, not so that you can go look at an animal you bought on Craigslist and decide if it's a Karompa, but more because this information just isn't out there. So the first thing is they tend to have a much higher saddle count than the other localities. That is, all these little bands or dots. Okay, the other thing that you'll notice about their saddles, they tend to want to be separated both from each other in the beginning and from the side rosettes. So they're really small and they're kind of bunched up right along the top for about the first half of the body. Then they typically start to kind of connect with each other and widen down to these, which gives them a pretty cool look where it's like 2 snakes in one when you see that, because you got the pointed triangles and the tiny tight little circles up here. There's a good chance that the anerythristic gene runs heavily in this locality, but we're not going to know that until we actually do some breedings with them and find that out for sure. This guy I do not think is an anery. I do think that the female may be an anery. She's bright, brilliant, gorgeous silver, and this guy has pattern for days. Now, along with those tight little saddles that are independent of everything else, the space in between them on a Karompa, it's almost as if the space of that pattern doesn't know what to do with itself. So it makes this really cool sort of a double shadowing effect where it's almost trying to have a second layer of pattern outside the pattern. You can see the rosettes would normally be a big white spot, and they have double rosettes inside them. It's like a white spot with another white spot trying to form in between, and those are separated from the belly pattern there. And even on a really clean Karompa, one where it has very little speckling, it almost connects into a secondary stripe. They look really, really pretty. So as far as the Super Dwarfs go, with this being super calm, obviously, super small, with that super busy pattern, and a very high likelihood of a lot of anery genetics running within this locality, this could well be the king of all Super Dwarfs. I don't know, it's just my perspective. If I was ever actually able to breed Karompas in captivity, that would literally be what I would consider the crowning achievement of my entire career with the Dwarf and Super Dwarf. I mean, look at how beautiful this guy is. So, so cool. There's a little bit more story on this one, but it's because there is a lot of story behind these. I mean, just what a difficult locality it's been because of its, you know, ridiculous rareness and how few there are to actually get anything established. So far, no one's been able to do it. I've kind of just left these guys alone to do their thing because that's going to be my first priority. Look at that cool dark shadowing in between the rosette and everything there. They look like little arrowheads. I mean, I'm just in love. I mean, if you think about it, the island they're on is like half the size of New York Central Park. One well-placed tsunami and this entire race of amazing animals goes extinct. I hope that was fun for you guys and you can kind of develop a little bit of a new appreciation for one of the pure localities that we have in Super Dwarfs, kind of starting with the king of the Super Dwarfs, and we'll work our way out through the Dwarf and Super Dwarf localities from there. You guys have a great weekend and we will see you right back here at Reach Out Reptiles this Friday. Take care.
The power button on that thing?
Sure. It's a snake.
Get it up in here.
It's so awesome. And this isn't even the one that we're going for. Hi.
Were you a little bit bummed out? When I saw that other one, I was like,
So awesome. Look at that.
I sure
Look how
hope
small
that's
she is.
not it. That looks like a very, very average
Peace out.
Calico.